PCSRA Radio Network and the Blue Hedgehog TV. We now interrupt your regular scheduled programming for the following sports special. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association and the National Association of Professional Racing Leagues Incorporated for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction or rebroadcast, retransmission or other dissemination, or the use of this broadcast, descriptions or accounts of this show without the express written consent of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association and the National Association of Professional Racing Leagues Incorporated is prohibited. On the PCSRA Sports Network from Learfield IMG College. Welcome to the PCSRA Weekly Show's 2020 season. We're glad that you're with us to celebrate 10 years of the PCSRA, and we hope to see you every Monday and Tuesday here in the PCSRA Blue Hedgehog Studios in War Acres, Oklahoma. Today's PCSRA Weekly Show broadcast is brought to you by Budweiser, Love's Travel Stops, iHeartMedia, The Oklahoman, Newcastle Casino, Devon Energy, Sonic Drive-Ins, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecues, Harkins Theaters, and by the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office, where we encourage all of you fans that together we can end DUI. Now, in its 10th season with the call of today's PCSRA Weekly Show from the Blue Hedgehog Studios in War Acres, Oklahoma, here he is, the adorable Blue Hedgehog, the voice of the PCSRA. Here he is, Daniel Voiles. And hello and good afternoon and welcome to the PCSRA Weekly Show, as the PCSRA Weekly Show is on the air here on the PCSRA Radio Network, the Blue Hedgehog TV, and on the amazing network. Daniel Voiles here in our PCSRA studios here in Oklahoma City, as we are excited to be with you for the PCSRA Weekly Show for the 2020 season. Yeah, second show of the week because of the fact that we've had pretty much a crazy week of racing we've had so far. One race weekend that just ended, first part of our race weekend that just concluded. So we're going to go right on ahead and just recap the Formula E for the first time since February. Can you believe that? In France, as I need to reboot this because one second. Okay, so we need that. I need to get the second one, so let's do that right now while we're at it. So yeah, so as we have our second race. All right. So let's go ahead and recap the first of two races, the Berlin E-Prix. It was an interesting race right now. First incident, Robert Fringe brought out the safety car on lap 9 after he got loose, slammed his Envision Virgin racing car into the wall outside of turn 2, trying to pass Maximilian Gunter. He did try to continue on, but he had terminal suspension damage, which forced him to retire from the race. Then after the restart, the Techeetah duo were unmatched at the restart, which Lauderer held on. In an effort to pass DaCosta, Verne went to activate his attack power, but this became a wasted opportunity after a full course yellow by Felipe Massa's crash at turn 6. And then the race got going again
which Vern began to suddenly drop back, and then we had a I think we had a then we had a wreck at the end of the race. But at the end of the day, it was Portugal's Antonio Felix da Costa who took race 1, which was yesterday. So the top 10 results for race 1 at the Berlin E-Prix. Antonio Felix da Costa, the winner. Andre Lauder is second. Sam Bird third. Nick DeVries, the reigning F2 champion, finished fourth. Jerome D'Ambrosio fifth. Stoffel Van Dorn sixth. Sebastian Buemi second. Maximilian Gunter ended up getting DQ'd, so it'll be Lucas Escrassi 8, Alexander Simnight, and Rene Rast completed the top 10. And then we go to the second race that just concluded today, which we had an interesting race. We had our first full course caution. Sam Bird shedded some bodywork down the start straight to bring out a full course caution. Which is not surprising. Which lap 9, which Gunter had a lost a bit of front wing. Then of course Sam Bird shunted his car, and then a third and final caution was waived after DeVries retired exiting turn 1 and remains under investigation for getting out to push his own car off track, which he is going to be asked to see the stewards as far as that's concerned. And Antonio Felix da Costa ended up sweeping the first 2 races. So the top 10 results for race 2: Antonio Felix da Costa 1, Sebastian Buemi 2nd, Lucas Escrassi 3rd, Robert Fringe 4th, Stoffel Van Dorn 5th, Sam Bird 6th, Oliver Rowland 7th, Edward Montara 8th, Andre Lauder 9th, and Jean-Eric Verne completed the top 10. So, as I just got something. Alright. So as I am joined by Nathan Orman, Zachary Taylor, and David Heller, global panelists, what were your thoughts on the Berlin E-Prix? Hold that thought if you have something you want to say that's nothing to do with what we're saying. So, Orman, I'll start with you.
That was an interesting weekend.
Even though it's weekday as of right now.
Yeah, but we still call it weekend.
Yeah, weekend, weekday, you get my point. But anyway, continue.
This race was interesting. A lot of good racing. I'm surprised that Antonio Felix da Costa swept both races. And yeah, he's on top of the championship, and he's looking to win his championship.
Alright, Zachary Taylor, what about you? Yeah, what would you rate those 2 races, Orman and Taylor, on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'll give it 8.
Taylor?
I'll say 9.
I'm gonna go with a 9 as well.
It's cool.
Yep. Like I said, first time Formula E has been in action since Marrakesh back in February. And of course, all 6 races. All 6 races are going to be without fans. So, alright. David, you can now unmute yourself because we're about to get into some top story news unless you need to do something. Alright, so...
I'm currently watching one of my own videos related to Jeopardy, so that's why I'm muted.
Okay, well, as long as you don't get us copyright, we're good. Anyway, let's get right into the top story news, since we didn't have a lot to recap, so... let's start with the first one. This weekend's race at Michigan and the weekend at Dover will not have fans. Daytona will have fans for both of its weekends, possibly as many as 20% of its grandstands, which would be 20,000. Are you guys surprised about Daytona not having fans, or do you think it was the right move?
I'm 50-50. I'm surprised that Daytona has not as but and also I think Daytona made the right move because of the cases, coronavirus cases that's going on in Florida in general. So yeah.
Taylor, what about you?
I'll say 50-50 as well.
All right, David.
I think that Dover and Florida is actually more than just 50-50. I think both of them probably made the right call. However, between the two states, I think Delaware is probably handling this COVID crap a lot better compared to Florida because when you look at the numbers down there in Florida compared to Delaware, it is ridiculously high. I caught myself ridiculously high in Florida than it is in Delaware. So perhaps Delaware could have allowed like a limited number of fans in the stands, considering the fact that New Hampshire allows fans in the stands as well. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
I think that
Yeah.
Daytona did make the right move, considering the number of coronavirus cases happening in Florida.
Yeah, by the way, just letting you all know the Rush Hour Renegade is live, so I just want to let everybody know. So, next one, staying on the NASCAR train, let's talk about a major development, which we were talking before we came on air. Levine Family Racing, and it is confirmed, announced they will be closing their doors because Bob Levine has sold the team and the charter and the access, and they will be leaving the Cup Series at the end of the season. This is a statement from Bob Levine on this decision. Quote, "It's with great sadness today that I announce the sale of Levine Family Racing Team, access, and charters. Since 2011, Sharon and our entire family have enjoyed being a part of the NASCAR community, with Matt Deliberato joining the family as a co-owner in 2016. We will... Oh, you want me to continue? We will say goodbye at the conclusion of the 2020 NASCAR Cup Series season. This decision has not been made lightly. Family has always been a part of the team's name, and this is how we view every member of our race team, as our family. There is no good time to make this announcement, but doing it early, allowing people to explore employment opportunities for next season to provide for their families. There will be opportunities with the new owners, which was important to our decision. This year has been challenging for not only our race team, but our industry, our country, and the entire world. The pandemic, which is COVID-19, has impacted our economy, and as unfortunately that's just not something we were able to overcome in order to continue racing beyond this season. Levine Family Racing will continue to compete through the end of 2020, and we want to leave on a positive note, contending for top finishes with Christopher Bell, Toyota, TRD, and all of our partners. By the way, Bob Levine, you derp, what's Toyota? I know Toyota, but Toyoted? Thank you to everyone for your support through this journey. Thank you to our partners. Thank you to everyone who has been a part of Levine Family Racing over the last decade, end quote. Toyota released this statement saying, quote, "We want to thank Bob and Sharon Levine, Matt Deliberato, Jeremy Lang, and everybody at Levine Family Racing for a successful partnership. We entered this 2020 race season with high hopes for LFR, and the team has not disappointed. While the season may not have started out as everybody wanted after returning from the shutdown due to COVID-19, LFR rebounded with some very strong on-track performances. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic has impacted the world and more closely the entire NASCAR family in so many ways, and for LFR, that has forced the sale of the race team. We're certainly disappointed and saddened by the news, but most importantly, we want to wish Bob, Sharon, Matt, Jeremy, everyone impacted the best of luck in their future endeavors," end quote. Christopher Bell tweeted this, saying, "I'm grateful for the opportunity to compete in the Cup Series for LFR, and I'm focused on finishing the year strong and going after not only my first win, but the team's as well." End quote. So, guys, what's your reaction to Levine Family Racing closing their doors at the end of this season? I will start with David Hiller. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about you, Zachary Taylor? Your reaction to the news from LFR shutting down? What, dear? Hold on. Go ahead, Taylor. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Alright, before we get to Orman's thoughts, I will be right back. While Taylor does face offs.
I'll be right back. Club. That's why he's not in this long. Subtile in his own Booster Club. But he's online. Oh no! 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 But he's gonna smack David in the sense. Oh no! He's on now! Oh no! Oh no! My bad. Okay. Yeah, I was talking to my daughter.
Oh. Oh, you're talking about you're talking about swing deals and all that, fully clothed, not with fairy tale loves. All right.
And the thing about the Five Family Lacing leaving.
Wait, did you say leading or leaving?
It said leaving.
Okay, technically, I heard leading. Like, okay, but and carry on.
The Five Family Lacing leaving. That's one team leaving NASCAR. That's sad. I'm sad to see that the Five Family Lacing has to go after this year, and hopefully Christopher Bell gets a good ride next year.
Even though Ormy's gonna smack Cody for that name, but anyway, yeah, I'm sad to hear about Christopher Bell now being without a ride, but we do wish him the best of luck in his future endeavors. Next topic, staying with the NASCAR news, we'll get to other global news in just a second. Beard Motorsports added the Daytona Road Course to their calendar and will have Brendan Gaughan as the driver of the 62. Brendan Gaughan, in the middle of July, tested positive for COVID-19, has had ample time to recover, and he will be back behind the wheel of the 62 for the Daytona Road Course. He will also be running the Daytona Oval and also Talladega to close out his tenure. What's your thoughts about that, guys? Taylor, what about you? What about you, Mr. David? And he's muted. Yeah. What was your thoughts about Brendan Gaughan and Beard Motorsports running the Daytona Road Course?
I think that may actually be a surprise here. Considering the fact that Brennan hasn't been driving in NASCAR for what, a couple years now or so?
Well, he hasn't been in the race car since June at Talladega.
Right. I thought, well, at least before he drove in June at Talladega, it was what, a couple years up to that point?
Something like that. But it was an Xfinity series.
Yeah. But anyway, it's been a while since we saw Brendan Gaughan drive before Talladega in June. So what do you feel? Interesting to see, how Brendan does on the Daytona Road Course, because to my knowledge, he has not competed
Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody else has.
And by the way, Danny, Cody's here.
I know. Yeah, what's your thoughts about Brendan Gaughan running the road course running the road course at Daytona for Beard Motorsports, Cody, other than the restrictor plate tracks?
I don't have much thought about Beard Motorsports because they're just one of those part-time teams. So I don't really know what my thought would be about a team that only runs about 2 or 3 or 4 races per year. But I would say that it could be likely that their entry could be wasted due to other entries that can come in. Because remember, NASCAR automatically excludes any entries that are not in the top 40 in bonus points in relation to the entry list.
Hmm.
That's basically all my thought I have.
It's really going to be interesting to see what happens. Next topic. Paul DeRester, who works for Sky Sports F1, is currently on standby for McLaren in case one of the McLaren drivers tests positive for COVID-19.
Lando Norris or
Carlos Sainz. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that little situation as far as that's concerned. Valtteri Bottas is staying with Mercedes in 2021 to no surprise by most of us. So, Pirelli ruled out tire issues as cause of Kvyat's accident on Sunday.
Oh, so that's what happened?
Yeah, I think what happened is all the drivers were pushing too hard is why we saw punctures in that race.
Pirelli tires?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they said it was a right rear rim on Danny Kvyat's car is what cut that right rear tire down and caused him to lose control, so. Yeah. That's how that ended for him, so very unfortunate. Let me see if we have any other topics. Is there anybody watching the stream? Unless they're all looking at the end of the world. Oh, you're the only one watching? Okay. Want to ask Orman and Taylor their thoughts about it, because Cody and I were discussing this. Darwin, which was supposed to be this weekend for supercars, has postponed their race weekend to next week, as far as that's concerned. But wait, there's more. This came in this morning. This year's Virgin Australia Supercar Championship season could be edging closer to a finale at the Super Chief Auto Bathurst 1000. If this is confirmed, Sandown, Wanneroo Raceway, which is in New Zealand, and Sydney Motorsports Park events would be cancelled. So that means we would get the points from those weekends. Same with the bonus points and all that. What's your thoughts about the Supercar's biggest race being the season finale, Orman?
Wow, that's huge if it happens. No better way to end the season with the biggest race of supercars, the Bathurst 1000. That's gonna be huge.
Taylor, what about you?
Yeah, that would be pretty interesting, a wild way to end the season for supercar. But that being one of their biggest races and everything, that would be a wild and interesting way to end the season.
Yeah, and there would be a crap load of points if you know what I mean. Alright, next topic. This will anger Cody on this part. No, I mean seriously, this is not a roast for Cody. But Rick Ware Racing is going to be attempting the Indy 500 with James Davidson. I'm serious. If you want proof, Taylor, here it is in the PCSRA server. Oh my gosh, they're going to overload. You're fine. Watch him survive for some reason. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I was a little dumbfounded by that, if you know what I mean. Speaking of the Indy 500, Raji Penske, good job, Foils. Roger Penske, let's try that again. I don't know how the hell I came up with Raji Penske. At least that'll be a new name for PCSRA. But anyway, Roger Penske has reversed course and decided not to allow fans at the Indianapolis 500 later this month. The 104th running of the greatest spectacle racing, not the Great American Race article, you derp, will be the first without fans. Surprised or not surprised? Yep. It's time to lie, all the fans. Hey, but at least I came up with different lyrics, okay? Yeah. Elio Castroneves, next topic, says he has targeted a full-time ride in the NTT IndyCar Series next season, but that he expects this month's Indy 500 prize. If you know what I mean. Okay, getting back to NASCAR topic. First of all, let's discuss about the NASCAR schedule. So the final part of the 2020 revised schedule just got released. So here's what the races are going to be. So let me grab my info from Fully Clothed Not with Fairy Tale Loves, by the way. Let me grab my info that I just told you guys, and I got it, and I'll stick it into the NASCAR chat so that way you guys, I want you guys' thoughts on this, as you heard my cat Charlie. Darlington will have the Xfinity Series, the Truck Series, and the Cup Series. Yes, Trucks will be the same day as the Cup race.
The Xfinity race is going to be on NBC. The Truck Series race is going to be on FS1, and the Cup Series race is going to be on NBCSN.
Because I think there's an event going on in NBC for September.
I think that's the IndyCar race.
I think you might be right. I don't know. Then we will go to...
Let me check the IndyCar schedule. You said 10 minutes 6 Cup Series race.
Yeah.
Let me check the schedule.
Okay, while you're doing that...
It's not IndyCar.
Okay, probably something else, but anyway, continuing on. Richmond will be the regular season finale race for the Truck Series. Xfinity is going to be a doubleheader. And...
I got it now.
What was it?
It's Insta.
Called it. Now...
Watkins Glen.
No, Road Atlanta, ya derp.
Oh, Road Atlanta.
Yeah, we just talked about the race from Watkins Glen going to, D-Word! You know the best part is, Cody? I just got that on the stream. Now that's funny! Good job, Danny, says Taylor. Okay. Getting back on topic here. Now, the reason why the Xfinity Series race is a doubleheader, it is to make up the Michigan race for the Xfinity Series. For anyone wondering, okay? Bristol is going to be the same, like it normally is, with truck race being the first race of the playoffs. The second to last race for Xfinity, and then our first elimination race for the Cup Series. Then Las Vegas. I'm sorry.
And then we have ARCA in the trucks and Xfinity.
Yeah, that'll be after the truck race, but anywho. That's probably the ARCA Menard Series East, but yeah. Moving on.
No, I think it's the regular ARCA.
Oh. Well, they don't clarify which division it is because of how tiny the damn deal is, if you know what I mean. But anyway. Then we have the playoff race for the Xfinity Series, the first race of the playoffs. First race of the second round for Cup. The second race of the first round for Trucks. And then here's a little shocker to Cody. Talladega is going to have all three races. Not just Trucks, not just Cup. They're adding another Xfinity race. And the best part is the Trucks and Xfinity Series, that is a double header, I would like to point out. The truck race is a first elimination race. The Xfinity Series is actually the second race of the first round. Second race of round 2 for Cup. The Xfinity Talladega race is to make up for Mid-Ohio. So there you go. And then here's a little surprise. This is the first on the weekly show. We get not one... Xfinity and Cup at the Charlotte Roval will be an elimination race weekend. So first of 2 elimination race weekends. So Xfinity will go from 12 to 8. Cup, I believe, is going from 12 to 8. How ironic is that? Isn't that really ironic, right, guys? Then we have Kansas for the Truck Series. That is to make up for Eldora. That is their... I want to say that is their first eliminate... Yeah, that is... Wait a minute. I want to check. No, that's the first race of the second round. Same with the Xfinity Series. It'll be the first race of round 3 for the Cub. The ARCA race will be on FS2. The truck race is on FS1. Xfinity will be on NBCSN and Cup on NBC. Then Texas, the truck race from June will be at noon Eastern Sunday. Xfinity will be by themselves Saturday. and Cup will be on Sunday, also on NBCSN. Then our final elimination race will be at Martinsville, with Truck Series running Friday night, Xfinity running Saturday afternoon / Saturday night, and the Cup Series will run Sunday afternoon. And then Phoenix, which is on the schedule, but that might change. We'll have trucks at 8 p.m. Eastern on FS1. Xfinity will be at 5 p.m. Eastern because of the ARCA Menard Series West race, and the Cup Sunday to determine the championship. What's you guys' thoughts of the schedule for the playoffs? Taylor, I'll start with you. Nathan Orman, what about you?
That's an interesting schedule, man. All I'm gonna say is interesting.
All right. David Heller, what about you? What's your reaction to the schedule?
I think that, I cleaned this up. We're pretty much in silly season during the actual racing season.
Yep.
You heard that right. We are in silly season mode thanks to COVID-19 during the racing season.
Yes, sir.
This is how the season has been in general. And it includes everything from Kyle Larson leaving to all the schedule changes to so many different stuff going on that, I mean, at this point, you know, you might as well just say this is silly season.
Yep. What about you, Mr. Cody, about the schedule changes for NASCAR as far as the playoffs are concerned? Yeah. The truck race is an elimination race at Talladega. I would like to confirm that with you, Cody. Boy, that's going to be implications for the weekly show. Yeah. I have a good feeling that the Charlotte Roval is going to wreak havoc on the prediction standings for the weekly show. Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Can I say something real quick before we continue on? Justin Haber, you derp. Okay, he posts Cup Series playoff starts, Truck Series playoff starts, Cup Series playoff starts. Don't you mean Cup Series playoff start, Truck Series playoff start, Xfinity Series playoff start, not second Cup Series playoff start, you derp. So since when did the Xfinity Series have a second Cup Series? Me either. Oh my word. Welcome to Shenanigans on the Weekly Show. I can't wait when I get my laptop. I can't wait till you guys hear my awesome deal of the franchise, and then it's all of us, and then I pick the voice deal, and then I'll say the PCSRA Weekly Show. Oh, I can't wait to copy off the franchise, but you get my point. Oh man. Yeah, wait till we get like a nice little deal, and then you'll get to hear the franchise, or the franchise of the Blue Hedgehog TV. Oh,
Speaking of the franchise, not a rose for a quick meeting.
I think the schedule for me is going to be interesting, especially having another Talladega race, if you ask me. But go on, David. So, should be interesting to see how that will play out. So, I believe that is it for the top story news, if I'm correct. I think that is it, if I'm correct. What happened? Alright. It was stupid like a granny having sex with an orchard daughter. That's what happens. Yes, that's what happened when an old orchard had sex with a girl, and they became lesbians for that day. But it's not you, Taylor. It's Cody Goforth's daughter that had sex with a female orchard, so. Alright. Alright, any news in NR before we preview our next couple of races? Second call. Other than I have the starting lineups all done for the dual races. Yeah. So, looks like Diego Marquez and Chet Collingwood would be the front row for the, as my dad cannot cover his mouth, on the front row for the Pensacola 600, which means Chet Collingwood will be locked into the Pensacola 600 regardless what happens in his dual race. Yes? Yeah, thanks to the 24 and owner points. Yeah. Unfortunately, Taylor's going to have to race his way in. Yeah, you're starting 25th, Taylor. But you know, this ends, anything can happen. Yeah, anything can happen, Taylor. You know what I mean? I'm sorry? Yep. Yep. Well, at least the dual races are going to be 40 laps, so. Yeah. You realize something, Taylor, that 47 teams for the Reese's Pro Series will not race in the 500? We could end up seeing some big names miss this race, if you know what I mean. So, gonna be interesting. So, race, like I said, will be whenever I get my laptop situated. So, with David. So, yeah. If you guys have not noticed, I created a new chat. Not a roast, by the way. Yes, I have released the 2020-2021 WRA Oreo Cup Series. For those of you that do not know, this series has not run since, listen to this, 2014.
And it's back.
Yep. Yep, we're going to go through some amazing races. Daytona, Las Vegas, Phoenix, Auto Club, Bristol, Atlanta, Sonoma, the only road course race of the season, Homestead, Dover, Charlotte, Darlington, for the Real Heroes 400, Pocono, Kentucky, Texas, Kansas, Talladega, Martinsville, Loudon, Chicagoland, and Arizona to cap off the season. As my cat has a little knot on his deal, so I need to have Mom to take a look at it. So, any other news in NR, or are you guys ready to look ahead to our next race weekend? Go for it. Go for it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Taylor better not look at the president's chat. By the way, not a roast. Taylor better not look at the president's chat when I just posted that photo. Give me that due. Ow, no, says Cody. No, I want to watch it later so I can smack Stapleton, says Cody.
Keegan Thompson wins because that's a driver you hate racing online.
I think Cody's going to pick Keegan Thompson as the driver to stay away from.
Guess what Cody's gonna say? It doesn't even matter. The end all you can swing.
I saw that one coming 3 seconds away. Oh, shit.
Be happy about where you finished. It's horrible. In the NRUK Cup Series race at Rockingham.
The best part about the best part of Cody raging is that I have this all in the stream and not accept it if you do anything to me.
And by the way, Staples Different is doing.
Oof. Speaking of finishes, Michael Annette is on the pole for Road America. Chandler Smith's on the pole for the truck race. Yes. What is it, Taylor? Oh, no! That would be funny! Subsion accepted Taylor's. And I'm not the one who roasted you, Cody, so wink wink.
Oh, I know you weren't roasting me, Danny, and Tyler is gonna get smacked,
Says Cody. Alright. Good, then he's gonna blame it on his... Then he's gonna blame it on Keegan Thompson's 1 trillion wives. I will approve that, Danny, says Cody. I just said Cody's gonna blame it on Keegan Thompson's 1 trillion wives. Subsion accepted mine. Alright. Yep, Cody's gonna say, you know what, Danny, that is accepted. What happened in your DM, Cody? Oh boy. Alright. Who's ready to look ahead to some races coming up? Yeah, let's look ahead. Okay, we've already done predictions for Berlin. Alright, we've already done predictions for Berlin too, so let's preview Silverstone, Road America, Michigan, and Fuji. So, Silverstone is having their second race in a back-to-back. Orman and Taylor, what do you guys think we're going to see at Silverstone this weekend? What do you think we're going to see at Silverstone for this weekend, guys? Taylor, I'll start with you. No, I'm not. I'm going to smack Discord, fully clothed, not with fairy tale eyes. What do you guys think we're going to see at Silverstone? Let's try that again. Taylor, what about you? All right. Ormy's gonna go not fully clothed. Ormy accepted. And Cody approved. All right. So, Road America and Michigan. Let's talk about these next two races. What do you guys think we're going to see at Road America, Michigan with the playoffs being on the line? Do you think we're going to see some good racing, or do you think we're going to see some racing that's going to be interesting? Taylor, I'll start with you. Oh, yeah, it's going to be interesting, if you know what I mean. All right, with that said, let's get right into our predictions brought to you by Courtyard by Marriott. For those of you that are new to this channel, if you don't know how our predictions go, it goes like this. Driver to win, driver stay away from, driver you think is the dark horse, 1 point per category. We will not reveal who's leading the global standings until next week. So NASCAR standings going into Michigan. Nathan Orman still leads the way. He has a 17-point lead over Cody Smart. Orman at 418, Cody Smart at 401, also Road America. Kyle England is third at 369. Yours truly is in fourth with 363. Taylor rounds out the top five at 359. Greg Rutz is sixth at 332 points. Quentin Moore is seventh with 331. Great Lakes is 8th with 261. David Heller is 9th with 259. Andrew Ramsey rounds out the top 10 at 243 points. Then we have a tie for 11th between Cody Goforth and Brendan Rudders at 202 points. And Jonathan Hibbert, who is our new panelist, he rounds out the field with 201 points. All right. Cody will send me his global picks later because we're just going to go straight into the NASCAR deal. So, let me tell you who Taylor. Are you okay with me reading your predictions, Taylor?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So Taylor, I'm going to do it in his method that he does. So Taylor, for race 1, my driver to stay away from. I'm going to say stay away from David Beckham for both races. My dark horse, Logan Sargent. And my driver to win is Oscar Pastrana. For the F2 races, he picked Christian Lundgaard's driver to win, Yuki Tsunoda driver stay away from, Robert Schwartzman as the dark horse. And then for F1, he took Lewis Hamilton's driver to win, Daniel Ricciardo driver stay away from, Max Verstappen as the dark horse. For yours truly, I took Liam Lawson as driver to win, Sofia Flores driver stay away from, Jake Hughes as the dark horse. Race 2, Alex Peroni driver to win, Jack Doohan driver stay away from, Enzo Fittipaldi the dark horse. Feature race for F2, I took Dan Tickham driver to win, Marino Santos stay away from, Nikita Mazepin the dark horse. I took Robert Schwartzman as driver to win, Roy Nastany the driver stay away from, Jack Aiken the Norris the dark horse. While smacking Taylor accepted. Yes, I just got Taylor on the board. Woo! Not accepted if you do anything to me. Speaking of Taylor, it's your turn. You're up first for NASCAR picks. Who's your driver stay away from, Taylor? Does everybody, by the way, before we begin predictions, does everybody have the entry list? David, what about you?
I think so.
Alright, I'll send it to you on Discord, because why not? Alright. Go ahead, Taylor, we're ready. This is Michigan, Road America, Michigan. Because remember, Cup, you're doing both races, so.
I'm going to
Dewey. Is not a word, Cody. Oh. Technically, Cody should be on the board. How? You're a cow. Accept it. Who's your... Okay. Blame sub... Wait. Blame sub Scion's wife as the dark horse. Okay. Alright, for real. Who's your dark horse? For real. Who's your figures? Who's your dark horse for real, Taylor? Who? Okay. And your driver to win. Okay. For Xfinity at Road America. Riley Herbs. Your dark horse? Ooh. And your driver to win. Technically you just roasted yourself. I will just say that. Oh well. And for Cup, your driver stay away from. Bob Flanagan. Your driver stay away from? Otherwise you trigger Cody. Wrecky Wreck House, Wrecky Wreck House. Who's the dark horse? Matt DiBenedetto. Ah, your mother of Cody Goforth. Driver to win. Not accepted if you do anything to me. Not a derp is Taylor's driver to win. Okay, who's your driver to win for real? Wow. Next up, David Heller. 1. That's your moment. Nice motivational belch. Taylor is fully clothed. Wow. Driver, stay away from. Yes, it is. Who's your dark horse? Yep. Yep. Dark horse. Alright, looks like you're gonna go for Cup, Xfinity, and Trucks. Well, the entry list is because there's a different driver in the 7, so. Xfinity. Liberty is your driver to win. Okay. Because somebody was playing the Liberty commercial in the background. Oh, good lord. Myatt Snyder? Whoa, hey now. Noah Grigson is the driver to stay away from. Hmm. Wow.
Stay away from Johnny Starter. And my dark horse? Matt Crafton and my dark horse.
Matt Crafton. I don't know if Cody's ready or what for predictions for NASCAR. As usual. But by the way, Cody, not a roast. You can send me your global picks in my DM so that way I can just write them down later. So we could, because I just only want to do the NASCAR picks right now. So
Works for me, Danny. I like that idea.
says Cody. All right, go ahead whenever you're ready, Cody. What did you say? Panther sucks, Panther sucks, Panther sucks, Panther sucks. Taylor better not look at his DM on Discord. You are going to laugh your butt off. As a matter of fact, Taylor, look at your DM. I roasted Xavier. That's what I did. They said they weren't going to Michigan regardless. No, David Reagan won't be going to Michigan. Yeah. Actually, it's still at 39 because of the fact that David Reagan's still not going to Michigan, so. Yeah, Austin Hills won a race this year. Ah, crackers. What happened? Actually, oh wait, never mind. Yeah. Never mind. No, I thought he stole my pick. I was like, I thought he stole my pick too. Okay, continue, Cody. um. Who is it? Before we get to your dark horse, I need to say something to kigsactiveblog.com. Other holiday point! They set an October holiday point. They're on the board. Same with you, Balminic. You are also on the board for another holiday point. They set an October holiday point, so they're on the board. What did they do? What did they do? Other holiday Jeopardy. Same here. Dark horse. David Gravel's the dark horse. He's making his debut, if I'm not mistaken. Oh boy. Excuse you. Yep. Yep.
I mean, a winning streak may not go for much longer. Sometimes history is meant to be history. Sometimes a record is meant to stay for hundreds of years. But I will say this. There could be a good chance that history can be rewritten this weekend. Because remember, somebody has a 3-race winning streak now. Never mind, just got broken. Never mind. But, I mean, he could still bounce back. He has dominated races. He just doesn't know how to hold up the storms that may come from the front. But if I were to pick a huge threat for the road courses, I know one team usually doesn't have all that much luck, and it's usually Penske that doesn't have that much luck.
Yep.
So I might get screwed for picking this driver, or I may not be screwed for picking this driver. Here's what I might have a sense, but I might make a last-minute switch right here. So, therefore, I'm going to pick A.J. Allmendinger as the driver to win.
Sweetness.
Yeah.
Continue.
Okay, driver to stay away from? Let's see. I'm going to say this. When a curse happens to a team, it usually gets worse on the team. You see earlier this week how DTM Racing called out one of the most unfair penalties in the entire season. It might be for the entire decade. What happens to a team that usually gets cursed? One of the two things happen. Either they somehow manage to rebound and probably win or score a top 5, or they're going to get worse. So, because of that fact, DTM Racing is definitely going to be targeted here. Yes, I caught myself before anybody says I ducked. So, I'm going to have to pick this particular driver to stay away from. I hate to do it, but DTM Racing's going to get bad to worse. So I'm thinking Josh Williams is the driver to stay away from.
Wait till you see who I picked.
Dark horse, let's see. Well, what's the old course ringer? Always a little course ringer. I'm picking Austin Cedric as the dark horse.
Yep. Back to Cup. Back to Michigan.
Well, let's take a look at this fact. I really hate the fact that there's a guy that would be too lazy as a driver to stay away from, is the only one that took the driver. Otherwise, I could have got 2 different drivers to stay away from. But, back to business here. So, for my driver to win for Cup, this can be a little risky as you come to think of it, but we've seen so many drivers win at Michigan before, and others being so close to winning before.
Hmm? I saw that one coming. Wait. Taylor, can I say this? Can we start doing ejecting, stealing my pick points? Can we do that for next year? Because for every time somebody steals anybody's picks, you would be on the board. Well, Taylor will be the one in charge of that category. Ryan Priest as the driver to stay away from. I've written it down for Cody. Mm-hmm. Yay. I have no comment. But anyway, it is time for me to make my predictions since I don't want to go blah blah. So the driver I took to win, I really feel like, Michigan is really very kind to him. And I took this particular driver because of two things. I think he's really going to get back into winning ways after it's been a struggling season. I took Brett Moffitt as the driver to win. Now, the whole thing about the GMS deal is really been about the finishes of late. And when I look at this, it really just hurts to see how this driver has been doing as far as several races, which brings me to my driver to stay away from. If I had to pick a driver who I thought is going to be a candidate for driver to stay away from, I have to say stay away from Zane Smith. Dark Horse, I really feel like after he won the first Kansas race, he's going to do well in this one. I took Austin Hill as the Dark Horse. Now to Xfinity. Driver to win, I took Austin Cindric. No surprise there. Driver stay away from. I don't know if I feel confident about this driver. But if there is one driver who I really think is not very good on road courses and I think is going to get a very bad result, I gotta say stay away from Myatt Snyder. And Taylor's like, ooh. Dark Horse, I felt like this is going to be where the IMSA deal came back and helped him in a good run. I took Chase Briscoe as the Dark Horse. Alright, for Cup, I'm going to change my predictions up for this one. Driver to win the Cup race, I was kind of thinking about, Penske's really good at Michigan, but I have to trust myself in a way that I think it's going to be the thing. So, the driver I'm taking to win Michigan is going to be a driver who's really good. I'm going to say... I will say... I'm not going to take anybody's pick. I'm going to say Joey Logano is the driver to win. So, same with Travis. Drivers stay away from... This one was not easy. I know I was thinking, God, I might have to pick somebody who I think has really been floating down under the radar. If there is one driver who I think has not been good, based off the results I saw at California, which this track is similar to Auto Club, if there's one driver who I have to pick to stay away from, I gotta say, stay away from Christopher Bell. My dark horse, I took Chase Elliott, which no surprise there. Nice motivational belch. Do what, Cody? Yeah, but anyway, I written them down before David even noticed, so anyway. So guys, anyway, final thoughts. Zachary Taylor, I'll start with you.
Yes. I think going to a road course is going to be interesting for Xfinity. That's going to be an interesting race, and who knows, maybe racing like we did. Of course, I think they'll a mile that rain in the rain. And I want to say Road America had a rain race too at some point. I was like, I'm going to win, but
Mm-hmm.
I think the Xfinity race will be good. I think the truck and cup race will be well. And one thing more I will say is some signs that are not waiting on the weekly show.
Wait, which one?
Let me guess. I'm gonna have to go smack you.
Wait, which weekly show you're referring to, Taylor?
This is the one. Okay. So when you went to go take the dog out of dinner earlier, here's what I did. Okay, because Cody was not the call at the time, and he was not on disc for it. I think he came on disc right as I was doing this. I did some tie on it, that trick glove, that doggy start on this.
Taylor, says Sub Scion. Oh no. What's your final thoughts, Cody, before we sign off? All right, David Heller, if you are unmuted, you can tell me your final thoughts before we get to our events.
I think that, this in-season, silly season is going to continue on throughout the rest of the year. I think this weekend is going to be no different. I've spent great racing, and don't be surprised if Kyle Busch ends up wrecking during the race.
That way Taylor would smack you, I can tell you that for sure.
Here's the thing, and we need to explain this to Taylor and not to Rose. The thing about Kyle Busch is he's missing practice and he's missing qualifying. And I mentioned it before. That's what makes Kyle Busch who he is.
Mm-hmm.
And Rose only has practice for qualifying for the rest of the year. So, if Kyle Busch wants to get into the playoffs this year and compete for a championship, he is going to have to adjust. He needs to show me that he can adjust and start competing for wins. Because I tell you what, until he does that, I am going to continue to pick him as my driver to stay away from until he can show us that he can adjust and adapt to this no practice and no qualifying.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
All right. I will see you guys later in a call, or see you guys later. All right. So that's going to be it so far on that. Let's take a look at this week's upcoming events brought to you by Red Carpet Charter, the official charter company of the PCSRA. Tomorrow morning, with Elijah Leonard, your host, the NASCAR Pit Stop Show, they'll recap the race weekend at Atlanta. They'll preview Michigan and Road America. That will be a lot of fun. So looking forward to that one tomorrow morning on a Friday, so that'll be fun. Let's look at this week's upcoming events. As far as looking at this week's upcoming PCSRA weekly show events, we will have a weekly show next week, but a date and the time has not been determined. So stay right here on the PCSRA channel as far as that is concerned. So that's a look at this week's upcoming PCSRA weekly show events, brought to you by Red Carpet Charter, the official charter company of the PCSRA. The Oklahoma Highway Safety Office is a proud partner of the PCSRA and remind all of our friends that together we can end DUI. Visit enduyok.com for more details. Want to thank our great crew today: Zachary Taylor, Nathan Orman, Cody Smart, David Heller, our statistician Caleb Hobbs, producer and engineer Zachary Fitzwater, Jackie Tang, Alex Hawkins, Dennis Stats Kelly, our spotter Greg Wood Black, engineer producer Michael Dean, Tom Shores, and Greg Rutz, our sideline engineer, Crystal Fontaine, our PCSRA expert, and Seth Summer running the show for us back in our Learfield IMG College Network studios. Until next week, my friends, this is Daniel Vola saying, Boomer Sooner, everybody.
PCSRA Weekly Show fans, thank you for joining us for today's episode of the PCSRA Weekly Show on the Blue Hedgehog TV. We hope to see you every Monday and Tuesday inside our PCSRA studios in War Acres, Oklahoma for more episodes of the PCSRA Weekly Show throughout the 2020 race season. This PCSRA Weekly Show broadcast has been brought to you by Budweiser, Love's Travel Stops, iHeartMedia, The Oklahoman, Newcastle Casino, Devon Energy, Sonic Drive-Ins, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecues, Harkins Theaters, and by the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office, where we encourage all of you fans that together we can end DUI. Thanks for listening to the PCSRA Weekly Show. The preceding has been a Learfield IMG College presentation on the PCSRA Sports Network. Copyright 2020 by the National Association of Professional Racing Leagues and the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association.